Hello everybody, welcome. Well, you know what, I'm not even gonna do the full intro because this is gonna go one or two ways. I'm either gonna slap this onto the end of the episode you're currently watching, or this is gonna actually go long enough to reach a full at least 15 minutes, so I won't have to worry about it. So if this is a new episode, the last time Gumshoe gave us, we learned that he made the Blue Badger, like, and not animatronic, but that cardboard cutout, like, gizmo thing over there that's just dancing. And he gave us a letter of introduction so we can actually go inspect the crime scene. So, to the underground parking lot. February 22nd, prosecutor's office, underground parking lot. Looks like the investigation is still going on. Who? I'm gonna assume this is the freaking cough-up queen. Like, I have to be getting back to the shop. Seriously, who is this? Sorry, looks like I'll be stuck in this pit. Okay, this is clearly the detective, so. Sorry, looks like I'll be stuck in this pit till the sun sleeps. I'll see you in my dreams tonight then, baby. Is this? Yep, that was who it was. Oh, still here? Hello? Wow, the surprised looks, didn't I mention? I've got a boyfriend in the criminal affairs, too. What happened to the security guard? Hey, what's wrong, Bambina? You're looking like a doggy that's lost its herd. Jake Marshall. Strange guy to put in charge of a crime scene. There's something I want to ask you. The scene of the crime is a cold grave for men who lost their dreams. And me, I watch over them as they sleep dreaming of the Desert Heart's judgment. He's asleep. Well, should we show this hopeless case? Oh. Well, should we show this hopeless case something to catch his interest? There's something I want to ask. Okay, so it's gonna, yep, the same thing. Until we show him our letter of introduction, he's not gonna talk to us. So, hey, would you look at this? Would you mind reading this for me? What's this? I'll warn your fan letters to me go right into this platoon. It's a letter of introduction from Detective Gumshoe, and we investigate. Gumshoe, the old cow dog. He's holding a birthday party or something? Huh? Look where it should say letter of introduction. It says invitation. I think he just miswrote it. Wait, why am I getting all defensive here? No worries, this proves it's from Detective Gumshoe, better than a blood test. Guess I'd better let you in then. Thank you, Officer Marshall. Oh, that's right. He's a patrolman, not a detective. Which reminds me. Hey, wait a second. Isn't a crime scene supposed to be handled by a detective or higher? Well, folks, the clues all are calling. Welcome to our gold strike. Be like the settlers, strike out for lands unknown. Manifest destiny. Let's have a hootenanny. Note to self, police investigations are like settling land. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you say? I say I won't be needing this anymore. Detective Gumshoe's letter of introduction, crumpled and discarded. Hey, you know anything about the Blue Badger? Alright, comprende. Count to 3. Huh? You gotta do that if you're gonna draw evidence on someone. That's what they do out in Texas. Remind me to never visit Texas. Okay, so I'm guessing that's if we show him something irrelevant. 5:12 p.m. The prospector's bright red steed came in a trot real slow like. A trot? My Madonna tells me the crime occurred 3 minutes later. So it seems the chief prosecutor was lying in wait. Maybe waiting for her prince to ride in on a bright red horse. So what you mean is, the killer intended to use Edgeworth's car all along. A toy shield suits the boy well. What exactly could you shield with that? A toy knight, maybe? Officer Marshall, don't you have anything good to say about Mr. Edgeworth? You don't like him, right? We get that. We get the point. You know, when I was a detective, I got one of these. Let me guess. Did it have a K for King of Detectives on it? Hey, they could use the same shield over and over. Note to self, the prosecutor's office of criminal affairs are surprisingly cheap. You know it. They've gotten cheaper with every passing year, I tell ya. Alright, comprende. Okay, well, So, knife, not important. I thought the knife would be highly important. What's that? Some sort of police passport? This is Detective Goodman's ID card, strangely enough. We found it a good distance away from the crime scene. Good distance in this rat hole? If you want distance, get yourself to Texas. Texas? This is a tiny little crime scene in a tiny little town with tiny little evidence. What difference does a few yards make, compadre? Note to self, if you encounter suspicious evidence, think of Texas. There's no better way to study than to hang out with the pros. Hey, look! I see your badge. Looks pretty round. Our badge is a star, a lone star shining in the nighttime sky. A beam of light illuminating evildoers who come in the dark of night. Note to self, evildoers are weak against starlight. Hey, that's a sheriff's badge. Okay, now will you tell us about the victim? Officer Marshall, could you tell us more about the victim? Good men always die young. Remember that, partner. Could you be a little more specific? Bruce Goodman! He was a detective, right? Well, aren't you a feisty doggy there now? Detective Goodman was stabbed here at 5:15. The smiling Madonna told me the tale. I think he means the witness, Miss Angel Starr. One stab to the chest, a fine piece of work. This is the autopsy report. Goodman's autopsy report. Death due to loss of blood. One knife wound. Died within an hour and a half of 4 p.m. Was my sister involved with the victim in any way? Funny you should mention that, Bambina. Chief Prosecutor Sky and Detective Goodman had nothing in common at all. Nothing in common? They apparently worked together on a case a few years back. So there's no motive. Goodman wasn't a particularly gifted detective. That's one of the reasons why he didn't do much work with the chief prosecutor. But my sister called the victim here on the day of the murder, right? Here to this parking lot? So it seems, like calling an unarmed man to a shootout at high noon. I don't mean any offense, but Officer Marshall, you're a patrolman, right? Not a detective? You're calling me out? They shoot you for that out in Texas. Huh? I was one of them fancy shoot detectives till 2 years ago, to tell you the truth. Oh, really? Now he tells me. But you're a patrolman now, so how can you be in charge of a crime scene? Nothing gets by you, does it, Bambina? So, why are you in charge? No reason. We're just short on hands right now. I'm keeping an eye out in the meantime. That's odd, though. Detective Gumshoe was saying he had nothing to do. Nothing important, at least. He's nothing but a sad old cow dog. They can't find his tail. Maybe it's because he runs with that Edgeworth, eh? Edgeworth? That cow dog's been kicked out of this cattle run by order of the chief of police. Just he doesn't realize it yet. Detective Gumshoe kicked out of the investigation? Now do you have something to tell us about this since we talked about Gumshoe? Okay, so you don't. Well, this at least we're allowed to examine. Yep, we can now actually slide. Because last time we tried to inspect this, he showed up and was like, no, stop. So this appears to be a car where the body was found. It looks like the lock on the trunk is busted. The crime took place in the underground parking lot of the prosecutor's office. A body was found in the trunk of my subordinate's car. Quite a luxury car. It just screams, I have money to burn. Yeah, prosecutors get the big bucks. This rope is it? Yep, they laid it in the outline of the victim's body. So, wait, the victim must have died when the killer closed the trunk on him. You have got to be the only person I know that would come to that conclusion. I could think of at least one other person who would come to that conclusion, but she's not here right now, so I guess that's that. B block is through there. That's where visitors park. I can see the Lunchland car over there far in the distance. Hey, you're right. I like the cute design on the door. I can see a cartoon cow munching down on a juicy-looking steak. Doesn't that strike you as a little creepy? Just don't think too deeply about it and he'll be fine. I kinda wish we could see what he was talking about because we can't actually see it from here. Sad. Well, look at the phone. This looks like a cell phone. Scientific analysis would suggest that it belonged to the victim. I can't think of anyone else it could belong to. What's so scientific about that? Should we check it out? Yeah, of course we check it out. Right, let's check it out. Oh, it's auto-moving. I ain't doing this. Okay, so... Oh, wait, there we go. Slide that and that pops it open. This phone's still on the radio screen. Radio? Mr. Wright, most phones keep a record of the calls you've made and received. You just press the blue button to display the last number you called. Convenient, isn't it? I'm surprised you didn't know about it. Sorry to disappoint you, but even I know about things like radio. Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. It's just you never know what with people from your generation. Whatever, let's check the phone out. Boop. Now to see who the owner of this phone called last. Note to self, a defense attorney doesn't think first, he just pushes the button. Beep. That's the Steel Samurai theme. Like, I definitely remember this from the Steel Samurai case, so... I kinda wanna see how long this theme is. Also, it gives me a time to take a sip. Okay, so that's where it loops at. Hey, that song! I know that! Hey, what's going on over there? Beep. Sorry. I see you, partner. You pressed the radio on the phone, didn't you? Well, yeah. Whose phone is this anyway? It was on the ground over there. Whose is it? That belongs to Chief Prosecutor Sky. What? It's my sister's? She apparently dropped it when she was taken into custody right after the crime. Look, the last call was made right when the murder occurred. Looks like she was fixing to call someone, except she only spoke for a few seconds according to this. Who did she call? No idea. Sorry, partner. Now I've got a question for you, partner. I heard a phone ring just now. One of those newfangled ringtones. Oh, that? Oh. I'm sorry, that was my phone. What? Your phone? Yeah, it's kind of strange, but someone called me right as we picked up the other phone. A wrong number. I hope you're not lying. They shoot you for that in Texas, partner. Uh-oh. I have incited the wrath of the Lone Star Patrolman. Cell phone added to the court record. Cell phone, property of Lana Sky. Last call made at 5:18, the day of the murder. Okay, so it was a few minutes after someone got stabbed. Was that all that's here? That appears to be the case. So I wonder if we could bring this to someone else? First, let's present the phone to you. You sure just told us about this, but... My sister's cell phone? The last time it was used, it was 5:18, right after Goodman was killed. Maybe she was canceling her date for the night. Why did Lana make that call? Yep, Lana Sky. So, there's no connection between Detective Goodman and my sister? That's correct, but there's a gold mine of evidence against her. And the prospects of tomorrow... the prospect of tomorrow is none other than Edgeworth himself. I'm afraid your sister's fate is decided, Bambina. Many condolences. Officer Marshall! Yeah, Bambina? How can you say that? You and my sister, you were... Is there something between the cop and her sister that I don't know about? I apologize, Bambina. Something must have gotten to me. Maybe it's the dry wind that's blowing through the prospector's office. Dry wind or ill will. Someone's up to something here, but who? Suspicions about Mr. Edgeworth have been flying around for nearly 2 years now. Forged evidence and arranging testimonies, you mean? He was unbeatable because he did whatever it took to win. Unbeatable, that is, until he met you. But rumors are just rumors, aren't they? There are prosecutors we're talking about. Evidence is everything to them. If you follow the rumors about Edgeworth to their source, you find one person. But they're off limits, untouchable, you might say. One person? Who? Hate to say this, but it's your sister, Bambina, Chief Prospector Lana Sky. What? My sister? Edgeworth couldn't wrestle all those kettles by himself. Some people loaded their guns with bullets, some loaded theirs with deals. What are you saying? What you're saying, Edgeworth was making deals to win trials? Where there are gunshots, there's bound to be bullets. That's what the old-timers said. There's a big old secret hidden around here somewhere. Everyone knows it. Is that why Detective Gumshoe was taken off the case? Did they target him because he was close to Edgeworth? Let's go to the High Prosecutor's office. We just got more information about Edgeworth, so... He's not here. So back here, move... Police Department. Talk, nothing new. Present. As a detective, I have to keep my mouth shut on that one. I know better than to go blabbing on things that I don't know about. No, I wouldn't want you to do that either. Good. I didn't mean to do that. I was trying to present the autopsy report. Okay, yeah, still nothing here. Single knife wound. Yep, 4.5-inch blade. Move. Writing code law office. But I really just wanted to go to the detention center. It just wasn't not. I must be missing something. Hey, you know anything about the blue badger? Okay, still nothing about the blue badger. Anything about the knife now? Nope. So that means there's something that we're missing when we're examining. Where could it be, though? Oh, no, that was just a light. Nothing this way. Nothing here. That's the outline, so it doesn't matter. Button? No. Oh, A. A block. This area is reserved for prosecutors. Defense attorneys are relegated to B block. I dream of the day when I'll be able to park my car here. I'll go over to B block to buy my hamburger from you, Mr. Wright. I'm not planning on giving up my job that soon. There has to be something we're overlooking. Oh, wait, yep, there we go. What's this? Looks like a note of some sort. Look, something's written on it. 675-12-2. You're right. Oh, that's an S. Okay. I thought they just badly drew a freaking 5. You're right. Let's see. 6-7S 12-2. There's a name printed on the paper above that. Goodman. Maybe it fell out of his pocket when he was killed. Well, so what does it mean, Mr. Wright? How am I supposed to know? Note to self, for deductive reasoning, go to Edgeworth, not Wright. I'm sure Edgeworth wouldn't know what that means either. Goodman, victim memo found in the car trunk. So, well, how are we doing, Mr. Wright? I guess we've got some clues. We have an autopsy report, a note from the victim, and a cell phone. So, you think we'll be okay? Well, the only thing still bothering me is that Lana is confessing to the crime. She says she did it. No problem. I can guarantee that she's not the criminal. Oh, by the way, Emma. Yes? I know that song your phone plays when it rings. What? Beep. It's the Steel Samurai theme song, isn't it? That popular TV shows for kids? The phone that rang earlier wasn't mine. It was yours. At 5:18, just after the murder took place, your sister called you, didn't she, Emma? I'm sorry. Can you tell me what you talked about? She hung up right away. I see. Cell phone update in the court records. Cell phone, property of Lana Sky, last call made to her sister Emma at 5:18 on the day of the murder. A detective is murdered and the suspect is the top prosecutor in the district. I've got a bad feeling about this. Like, maybe I still don't know everything that went on here. To be continued. And the next episode. So, I'll see you all then when we start the day, like, it's gonna say day 2 trial, isn't it? Yeah, day 2 trial. Oh, trial former? We're not even going into the, like, trial proper? Yeah, because it normally says trial. We aren't even going into the trial proper, it looks like. So yeah, I'll see you all in the next episode where we go to day 2, trial former.